Hello, my friends. Let's have a cup of tea together. This message is for all martial artists, but in particularly, this is a direct message to Bob Wall and Bill Wallace, the martial arts community, and Millennials and Generation Z. Very important that I get that out there before I state the message, okay? It is winter. My sinuses always get all clogged up in the winter. I don't do well with a cold. Look at how broad this intake is. A lot of cold air goes in there when I'm jogging. All right, let's talk about Dennis Alexio. Free Dennis Alexio. For the millennials, you, millennials and Generation Z, you helped free Britney Spears. She was unfairly controlled by her, I believe, her father and other financial interests, right? Her freedom was excessively controlled. She was under a conservatorship for what was intended to be a short amount of time until she recovered from the issues she was suffering from. Okay. It wasn't designed to be an eternal lock on her life where she can't even have a baby if she wants to, right? The condition changed, the condition passed, and luckily, through the effort of her fans, through the public, through a new legal team, she received justice, and she's now a person able to control her own life, her own will, her own body, keep her own money. The jackals that fed off her, well, they got what they got. Now it's her turn. Let's do this for Dennis Alexio. Dennis the Terminator Alexio. In my opinion, during the golden age of the PKA, he was one of the best kickboxers, certainly one of the best of the light heavyweights, right? Master Zinni, who runs the gym where I work at, knew him personally, starred in movies. He used to get calls from him, hey, you want to make a movie? That's how he got his role in Kickboxer in the beginning of that movie, right? He was good to his friends, and even, I guess you'd even say they were enemies because they fought in the ring. They fought each other in the ring. So, my friend Jose Gonzalez wrote him a letter in the admittedly minimal to low security prison he was in. He wasn't in a general population gym prison like Oz. I need more green tea. But, he's been detained for 7 years, basically for tax evasion. I mean, there are people in these institutions, that were jailed for, links to terrorism who have gotten shorter times or an equal sentence of 15 years for tax evasion. It is what it is. I mean, part of me thinks, he might not have even known what he was getting into. No doubt he had some financial advisors. Part of me thinks it doesn't matter. Okay, if he made a mistake, if he did something wrong, I believe he's been excessively sentenced. He hasn't been offered any parole. Maybe it's just because, well, it's something that affected the government and not damaging people. All right. I mean, there are members of the government that committed tax evasion and tax fraud. Honestly, there are billionaires now launching rockets into space with the extra money they made from finding ways to not pay taxes, right? And we all citizens have paid taxes. It's a duty of a citizen. Just like selective service, okay? We all have this duty, but it seems like the more money you have, the less obligation you have to these duties. There's always ways for you to slide out of it. And let's not forget our last president, Donald Trump, the 45th president. All the business dealings he's been in. There are some shady business dealings he's been in. He's worked with the Russian mob and other mobs. He's defrauded contractors. And he got to be president after that, right? So, Dennis Alexio, you did what you did, whatever it is that you did. I don't know your case very well. I don't know your trial. I know you've been sentenced, I believe, excessively. There's people that, have the same sort of legal judgment against them that are given lighter sentences, and certainly they're available for parole. You're not a dangerous criminal. You're not the kind of person, you never committed drunken and disorderly crash cars into people like are happening now. You never rioted someplace or shot a rioter. Okay, you were never involved in political violence. You were never involved in personal violence. You killed nobody. Some of what you did in the ring looked like you were trying to, but you always stayed within the rules. You don't deserve 15-year sentence. And furthermore, there's clemency. People can be pardoned by a presidential pardon or a mayor pardoning someone. It can happen at any time for arbitrary reasons, for political reasons. It looks like there are people that tried to overthrow the government on January 6th, shot, hurt police, tried to kill members of the government who are, evading prosecution. There's no reason in this day and age that the resources of the government's legal arms should be detailed at you. You've done your time. I believe he's done his time. Now, Bill Wallace, you were a close friend of his. You're still a very influential figure in the martial arts. You should speak out about this, please. Bob Wall, you were his manager for a while. You have a personal connection to him. I would like for the martial arts community, especially the community of his peers in the 80s and 90s, the people that run Black Belt Magazine, Inside Kung Fu, although I don't know if Inside Kung Fu is still around anymore after COVID, but they're the martial arts press and media, right? You should get behind this cause and say, can he please be put out for good behavior? He's, 62 now or something? Are we going to wait till he's a senior citizen, a doddering old man in a wheelchair, before we say, fine, go out and be a free man for a nonviolent crime? Right? Let's free Dennis Alexio. Let us help someone who is a big part of our community, and all communities have people who, may have gone down the wrong path, may have made bad decisions. He never hurt anybody outside of the ring. Even in the ring, he always obeyed the rules of sportsmanship. I think he deserves a second chance. I think he deserves a break. And he actually could be of service to society. For example, he could write an autobiography, maybe with the help of a martial arts writer. If you need one, call me. To tell your side of the story and warn people against the mistakes that you made. So pay your taxes. Don't take the easy way out. You could do this. You could help people and say, don't make this mistake. I paid my price. You could talk about your experiences in the legal system and the prison system to discourage people from getting involved in that, right? Of course, you could become a role model for martial arts. You could be like, get out, get back in shape. Of course, you're not going to fight again, but you could get involved in teaching. You could get involved in teaching kids. Get kids off the couch, off the phones, off the video games, off the streets, and into a dojo, into a gym, helping them get healthier and communicate with each other instead of tweeting all the time, right? Instead of, playing Call of Duty, they can get some real action in the real world. You could help mentor them, right? And you could provide mentorship to men your age. Guys like me and my friend Jose and other people who are, in our middle age or past it and still want to be active. You could be like, be an active man, be a healthy man, contribute to the next generation. There's so much you could do outside of prison, right? And whether it's a maximum security or a minimum security prison, your freedom is restricted. It has been for a long time. You have been paying off your debt. They have, these people in these institutions work. They have work details. They earn money for the judicial system, the legal system. You've paid your debt. We, the martial arts community, I know I haven't forgotten you. Your fans haven't forgotten you as an example of what a dedicated trainer, training can do, of what a mindset could do. You were getting involved in movies. There was, you were on an upward trajectory, and you made some bad decisions. We've all made bad decisions, man. If we were condemned to life imprisonment till social security age for every mistake we made, what would there be? Who would be out there, right? Okay, everybody, free Dennis Alexio. Get on board with this movement. Talk to other martial artists about it, especially members of the martial arts press, especially people that were around in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s. And let's help our champ overcome this adversity and become a free man again, become a much better contributing member of society. And let's make this not a pitiful tale of a man, put away for what should have been some of the best years of his life, shriveling away in some institution. Let's make this a redemption story. Let's make this a type of comeback, right? Let's do this. Let's free Dennis Alexio.